A glyph is different than a word. SynGlyphs are the synthesis or understanding of glyphs, of indicators of what the object itself is. An example of how we look at data is a bar chart, sometimes which would include glyphs as well. An indicator of how much wheat you've gotten over the course of several years is done visually. The thing being shown is the number of bags of grain you've gotten in each year. But what if instead of using the data to show something, you use it to discover? And in doing that, you see the math behind the data. For instance, let's say we have some land, there are clearly some houses, there's a bike path, a bridge, meanders all around. There are these sensors that anytime a bike rides to or fro, it knows that a bike has gone to or fro. And if a person walks by, it knows the difference between a bike and a person. And it sends off a signal if you're going to or fro, either of those. All of those data points go into a spreadsheet. You get a count for each day, to and from. Day after day after day, you get a count of what's going on. And then you take that data and you plot it, because you want to know what the traffic is over the days of the week. And you might have the bicycles to, bicycles fro, pedestrians to, pedestrians fro. And that's awesome. You can see a lot of stuff. Super interesting. But maybe you've already told this story, and maybe there are some things there that you're not quite sure of, and you know that something happened on one day, but the data isn't showing it, or the visualization isn't showing it in a way that you'd like. So you notice that on Wednesday there were super high numbers, or there are these 2 days in a row that have really high numbers, but you know, I'm a stick figure, and I'm really bad at math, and so I really just want to see what's going on with the data without having to plug in all the standard deviations, etc., etc. So this is where ants comes in, which is what SynGlyphX uses to render its awesomeness. This is an example of that, of visualizing this data. So you still have the bike trail, you have the sensors, and then you see these trends of the days, the morning and the evening, and you also see these anomalies. Oh, what's up with this? There's clearly a lot more traffic on this day, and there's a lot more traffic over there, too. And it ends up that this day was the 4th of July, so there was a lot more traffic, and over there was a sensor glitch. We can see both of these things immediately. So how did that work? Well, in the same way that if you're chewing bubble gum, you can at the same time navigate a crowd. And that's because our brains are totally awesome. We are in fact great at comprehending complexity, especially complexity in space and in relationship. So SynGlyphX processes are engineered to take advantage of these same principles of neuroscience. Here's another example. Here are our bikes in, our bikes out, our pedestrians in, our pedestrians out. And we can see both the overall trends, the forest, and we can see the trees. We can see the individual nodes. But you can see these on your own, these trends. Like, here's the normal distribution over the course of a day. There's the 4th of July up there. Missing part of this data set over here. So SynGlyphX just amplifies your ability to discern and differentiate data. Use it. SynGlyphX.com. Contact us at info@synglyphx.com. You can also help build it. Thanks.